The new Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Look at that interior. So there's a few new additions here. You have 4 knobs on the steering wheel. The GT3 also has the drive mode, but these 3 ones are different. So you have the stability control, post torque vectoring, active suspension management, and of course you have a DRS button on the left hand side, Alcantara on the steering wheel, new pedal shifters, and slightly different instrument panel. You have the main computer screen here, just like in the regular GT3, and of course you have the VSAC package badge here on the carbon fiber dash. Now you have some extra buttons here, of course, hazard light, suspension, I think that's for the nose, and yeah, other buttons here. Climate control buttons are also there. Then you have the gear stick here, and it's an amazing interior to be in. Of course, this car is all about saving weight, so that's why there's only one cup holder. A very nice Porsche armrest, and you of course have the VSAC package, which means that you have carbon fiber everywhere, racing seat belts, a roll cage, less sound deafening material. You also have a little more carbon fiber on the inside. So yeah, that's nice. And of course, door handles are super complicated, so instead they just gave us these straps for closing the doors, and you get leather, carbon fiber, Alcantara. So yeah, interior wise this is very, very nice. But this is a very unique Porsche because this is the first Porsche ever to have an active aerodynamic system, and that has done wonders for this car. So this is basically a benchmark for sports cars. You see, this car generates more downforce than the McLaren Senna hypercar. So this is not a hypercar in any sense, but it is very, very aerodynamic. The aerodynamic package basically is divided into 2 parts, the front and the rear. For the front, you don't have a trunk anymore. You have a new air intake here, which is slightly larger. Underneath the car is a flap, which of course helps in generating more downforce when the car needs it. It's also wider. The tires are also wider. The wheelbase is wider, and of course you have a single radiator in the front, and with all the air that comes out from there is basically channeled away from the car with these small fins. And these fins of course work in conjunction with some small wings that are on the roof. Now for the headlights, there's standard Porsche headlights, nothing different about them, but the rest of the body, yeah, it's very, very different. So on either side of the wheels you have vertical fins for better aerodynamics. Then you have vents here on the fender to let the air out when the wheels are spinning. Look at that. So they've even bent up the fender and the door to reduce lift and make the car more aerodynamic. Coming to the rear, you have of course an air intake on the sides, which of course helps in ventilating the car. So yeah, there is a lot of interesting details on this car. You have a carbon fiber on the door mirror. You have carbon fiber on this corner here. As for the roof, let me show you the wings that work in conjunction with the front. So these wings and those vents on the front, they help in blowing hot air away from the car and pushing cold air into the engine bay. So the engine bay has a vent here at the back as well, and of course you have the infamous rear wing. So this is fully adjustable, and it works hydraulically. So it can do basically 2 things aside from acting as an air brake as well. So it can help in generating downforce up to 860 kilograms at the top speed, which is more than the McLaren Senna. Or it can, if you press the DRS button, it will flatten up and reduce as much drag as possible, so that you can go as fast as possible. And of course it helps in braking as well. So you have flaps here, of course, if you need to add anything like water or anything to the engine bay. And you have a small spoiler wing here as well, just above the tail lights. So you have the new current generation tail lights here, a GT3 RS badge, Porsche letters there. The rear end looks really, really nice. Now coming to the back, of course you have the new bumper, diffuser, exhaust system, and of course you have vertical wings for the rear wheels as well. So all of that helps in making this car corner as much quickly as possible. So if you look at the numbers, it's not that interesting. It's a little underwhelming actually. So this has a 4-liter flat 6 engine which makes 525 horsepower, 0 to 60 time is only 3.2 seconds. Top speed is not even 200 miles per hour. But this car is not made for any of those. This car is made for cornering, and it can corner so hard. I mean, check out the reviews of this car. I mean, it's incredible. So right now, this is one of the very first cars here in the UAE. I got a chance to see it from the inside as well and show it to you, because this car is absolutely insane. Now, if you're also a fan of 918 Spiders, this showroom has 3 here in this corner. As you can see, you have a silver one, a yellow one, and a really nice green one. But that's not all. They also have this really nice metallic silver one, and this one looks incredible. Now, I'm not really a Porsche fan, but that GT3 RS is so new and so advanced that I really like it, and that has gotten me really excited. Now, this showroom, I'll just give you a small peek. They have 2 LaFerrari Apertas, limited to around 200 cars in total. They were made to celebrate Ferrari's 70th anniversary. You have other models here. Now, coming to the main section, which is the hypercar section, you have the Bugatti Divo. This one is in bare carbon fiber. Then you have a Lamborghini Veneno Roadster, $10 million hypercar. Next to it is a Pagani Huayra Roadster, around $4 million. Then you have a Pagani Huayra BC, $5 million. And lastly, you have another Bugatti Divo. This is the final Divo, number 40 of 40. So that's also a very, very special car. In the back, you have the McLaren Senna we spoke about. You have a McLaren Elva, Ferrari Monza. So why I'm showing you these cars, so you get an idea what type of videos I have on my channel. You can find pretty much all of these hypercars and supercar videos on my channel. And if you go down to the video's description, you can see videos for Porsches as well, like the Carrera GT, 918 Spider, 911 GT1, GT1 racing car, 956, 959. Check them all out as well. You have the GT3 video as well. So did you know that the front suspension of this car is also designed to be aerodynamic, because it comes in contact with the air. It's designed in a teardrop shape, helps in generate downforce for the car as well. Now, there's another very interesting Porsche. I just have to show it to you because this is also very, very rare. You can see there's a line of Porsches in this showroom, but check this out. This is the 911 Dakar, one of the very first models to come into the market, and it's very, very rare, fully white. I'm hoping to get a chance to get a video of this made as well and show it to you from the inside as well. I mean, just look at it. I mean, it's quite interesting. This GT3 RS generates twice as much downforce as the previous GT3 RS and 3 times as much downforce as the regular GT3. So let me know in the comments, what is your opinion about this car?